Hello everyone, welcome to Cafe Upfront. Today we are in Amsterdam and we've got very special guest, probably two superwomen. So we have Anouk and Judith from Meetingselect. So hi, all of you, how are you?
Really well. Lucky to have you here in our office in Amsterdam this week.
Thank you. Pleasure is all mine. And so let's where do we start? Okay, so let's start about your journey a little bit. Let's start with the journey. How it started, how do you met, both of you, let's start that.
Yeah, well, we met each other as colleagues. And if I think about it, I must admit that it's more than 20 years ago. We used to work together in the hotel industry. And that's how we met. And at that time, there were no a marketplace or platforms to book a meeting room online. And we talked about it quite some time. And then after a couple of months thinking about it, we said, let's go for it. Let's start this business. And that's this year already, 18 years ago.
18 years?
Yes.
The Meetingselect was founded 18 years ago, right?
Correct, yeah.
Wonderful. And how was the journey? Because 18 years back, still there were very few people were going online to get the meetings booked and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was actually the rise of big platforms like Booking.com, where you could start to book, search for hotels all over the world and book your hotel rooms online. And we thought, actually, why is that not possible for big groups, like conference group that are traveling abroad, or big meeting spaces and event venues? And we thought, let's combine that need for all the meeting planners. That could be administrators, secretaries, managers, employees of any company that is looking for a space outside their own premises to find the best place to meet. And during our collaboration at NH Hotels and international hotels where we worked for, we also spoke to many procurement departments, travel managers, and often those big companies had discounted rates with other hotel chains, but they had no actually a good mean or a tool to steer volume of their employees that booked meeting rooms to the ones with whom they had discounted rates with. They just send out an email like, hey, we have discounted with these hotels. But then at the moment somebody wanted to book something, they were actually not always thinking about with who they had discounted rates with. So we thought, let's put that need, take that need also into account and make it part of our marketplace. So we started with an enterprise solution as well. And that grew through the years. Up to anybody to manage a complete meetings and events program for corporations to easily search within different layers of organizations, but also they could remain in direct contact with the hotels. And coming from the hotel industry, we also noticed that they really enjoy to remain in direct contact with the end user, so the meeting planner that booked the space, also to talk about rates. So we made the whole market completely transparent. We wanted to make it possible that hotels were able to share original invoices directly with the persons that made the booking. And that's why we also started a complete centralized financial solution so that any large organization that wanted to work with us can book directly online.
It is primarily, I would call it B2C for the customers direct, for the this current process is for enterprise organizations only. As an individual, I can use the portal.
You can
as
definitely
of now, right?
use it now. Yeah. The focus for us is to aim for big global companies to use our software, and then they get insight in all the things that they spend on meeting events. But if somebody comes to our website and he wants to book a meeting room, he can definitely. Yeah.
Let's say for if I have to book a room for 20 people or for a conference and all.
Yeah.
So I can book a conference room.
Yeah.
I can book rooms to stay as I choose, and everything is automated. There I can select all the options, or it is still there is a manual part within the system where we talk to hotels and take the prices or something else?
It depends on what you like to do. So if you would like to book direct, that's possible. You can search on hotels, conference hotels, event spaces, co-working spaces. You fill out how many people, what date you would like to meet, and you can send out, select the venues of your choice and send it out directly. However, we also developed great meeting automation solutions for the co-working spaces, hotels, hotel property owners that would like to show if they are available, if they have the availability, so that any booker can already see, hey, it's available, let me contact that hotel. And we created some solutions that those property owners can put on their own website, very easy in use. And then any user that would like to book directly at that hotel or meeting space or co-working space, they can book. And it's just like you make a restaurant reservation. You just order what you like, coffee, tea, breaks, lunch. You select what you'd like, and then it can be instantly booked. Yeah, and
it also depends on the size of the meeting. Yeah? If it's a big group, let's say 1,000 people, then you would like to have some options, right? So then you can request a proposal. So then you say, I would select 3 hotels or venues that can fit. And then you get the offers, and then you can easily compare and say, hey, I want to go here or I want to go there. So it also depends. If it's a meeting for just a half a day, you want to book it instantly, right?
Okay.
Small meeting.
And how do these hotels get connected on the portal? Is it an API you connect to them, or they get a portal access to put their photographs and all that stuff?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What we have noticed, and it's great that you asked that question, because we see that the hospitality industry is sometimes a little bit behind in technology. Maybe you've noticed that. And we have the ambition to help them and make them tech savvy so that they look very flashy for their end user. So what we have created, coming from the hotel industry, we understand their problems. So what we did is we created several solutions how a venue can easily connect with the technology. And that can be, of course, an API, but some venues might be a little bit how do you say, in doubt? How does it work? I'm not tech savvy. I need another expert to get this going. But often what we also see is that the other solutions that we offer make them also possible to work with it. And that could be like an intranet. We are channel manager, and we have other fast solutions to get this going. It's a little bit of our IP because we solve a complex problem in the hospitality industry. And maybe you can relate to it that if you look back at the times, you can actually book any hotel room directly online. If you want to make a restaurant reservation, it's online. You want to book your flight tickets, hotel rooms. Actually, meeting spaces, event spaces, and big conference groups is the last vertical in the hospitality industry to be completely automated from end to end. See the availability, see the pricing, see the options what you can book, and pay instantly. So that's what we have solved.
So, an organization, let's say a large organization, they have people, maybe 4,000, 5,000 people working globally, and they're traveling across. So, do they get their administrator or HR or travel desk? They get access to the portal, right? Yeah. And from their portal, they book, select and book. Now, so it is a user who doesn't have to. He just have to go, check in, use the property, check out and come back. He doesn't have to pay. Organization will pay to the hotel, or Meetingselect pays to the hotel and take money from the enterprise. How is that?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, if there's an account, like you said, with a big company, we will take care of everything. So the hotel or the venue is booked. People can go there, and then the invoice will be sent to us. We will do the payment, and we will do the payment with the companies eventually. Yeah.
Okay. And it is only the hotel or conference rooms, or it is value added in terms of transfers. Somebody has to go pick up, drop. Then maybe if I've come for an event for 3 days and the team has to go, let's say in Delhi, you have to go to Taj Mahal or somewhere. So is that also covered part of the deal, or it is separate?
It depends on the contract, but we have all kinds of partnerships, and if that's the contract, then we arrange that as well. Yeah.
But we also see that many agencies are using our software, and we love to share our software in that way because it has been worked on for many years and it works efficient. So many different travel agencies, meeting and event agencies that are booking big groups or are looking for meeting spaces and taking care of the full event program. They like to use our software to source venues, and maybe they use their own partners to get transfers going, or use event registration that they use themselves. So there are a lot of options they can use for. So also the travel agencies, if they like more efficient solutions to book and source meeting spaces and conference hotels around the world, that's an option as well, and they can still remain to use their own partners. Yeah.
And how big is the team now?
Well, we are here in Amsterdam this week. We have our international summit. So all colleagues are here, and we are with about 120 persons.
Across. And offices, where are the offices? Apart from Amsterdam, headquarters being headquarters?
We are based in 11 countries. So India is one of our next focus points. We have colleagues in India. We have a lot of IT talents and finance talents that are very active, and they work from India. And we need to start some commercial
customers. You need some
customers in India.
Now.
Yeah.
So anybody hearing that would love to see and learn more, we're open to connect, of course. But yeah, India, we see that APAC area is growing very fast. We have also offices in Singapore and Vietnam, and it's a very nice area we like to focus on. And in Europe, we're of course the market leader in meeting management, venue sourcing, and we have the ambition to become that one as well in the APAC area.
Because India, as we were discussing offline, I think India business is growing pretty fast. The travel so there are 4 kind of travel that are happening in India. One is obviously MICE. A lot of organizations, a lot of Indians are getting out of country for MICE. A lot of travel is happening. Now the inbound traffic has also increased. I think by 2028 they're expected to 30.5 probably million people would come to India for cruise adventures. Second, the biggest travel in India is what we call it, medical tourism. A lot of people come across
for pharmaceutical companies.
Not companies, for treatments.
So
cancer treatments, liver transplant. A lot of people are traveling. One.
Yeah.
Third one is the MICE, where a lot of conferences happening because there are a lot of heritage sites that are getting renovated and opening now for. They're converting those palaces, old palaces, into hotels and doing that.
Yeah, it's a huge market.
That's a huge
market. But we had to start an entity first, so we did. Mm-hmm. So we have an official entity in India now. So we're ready. Yeah.
Yeah. What is so nice is looking at the many colleagues that also work with us from India, or we have a lot of Indian people also working here in the Netherlands. We love the culture. And within our organization, we celebrate actually all the cultures. And what you see normally, maybe with European companies, they celebrate, let's say, a Christmas. But we not only celebrate Christmas, we celebrate most of the different main celebrations, holidays per country and culture. So we have now for a few times already celebrated Diwali.
Oh, wow.
And so there's lots of,
really nice.
and it's so nice. People dress up, they bring food. We take care of food with each other and have a great moment together. And the colleagues explain a little bit about the different cultures. So we love to embrace different cultures in our organization, and everybody is wonderful. Yeah,
it is challenging though, because we are so spread all over the world. We don't see each other often. Sure. So if you look at the people that are abroad, we have people in Brazil, United States, India, Singapore, of course, all over Europe. And this week is our celebration week, as we call it. And it's nice that we can actually see each other, that we can meet, that we can talk. We talk a lot, but it's always Teams talks, right?
Watching people on Teams is always sometimes gets boring.
Yeah, but
same background.
But even if you have never seen somebody in person, so if they go back to their homes or countries after this week, and then you talk with them via Teams, it's different because you met, you felt each other's energy. you have a better connection. So that's really nice.
It is always good to have. One thing what I hate about pandemic was that people have started let's meet virtually, let's meet online.
Yeah.
The impact of a discussion comes only when we are sitting face to face.
Absolutely.
So because there are a lot of face expressions. You can really see the expression, hand movement or whatever gestures. So
and it works. It works for some meetings. It works perfectly fine to do it via Teams and so. But after the pandemic, we called it a little bit like we had skin hunger, right? We need to see each other, we need to touch each other, and then have a real connection, and that's really important, especially with big teams like this.
Yeah, and Teams and Zoom and Google Meet, it's all super efficient. And I'm so happy that it's being used. And I think there will be many innovations in that field as well. What you do see is that before, people were a lot of making phone calls. That is completely disappeared.
Completely gone.
And that has been mostly replaced with the Teams meetings. And now, if we look a few years after the pandemic, before people said, "Oh, I have to go into a meeting," and now people say, "Oh, I have a meeting." So everybody loves to meet now, and we love to meet too. It's our industry, right?
One thing I forgot to ask is, how did you cope with the pandemic thing? Because the travel, tourism, exhibitions, meeting industry was the worst hit. Nobody traveled. Probably about 2 years it was. So how was that period? I mean, I just wanted to know about that.
Yeah, in short, because we don't want to talk about it that much anymore, because it was a horrible time for us, as you can imagine. We only book meetings, so people coming together.
People are not meeting now.
In a place or in a venue.
Yeah.
So during that time, everything was cancelled, of course. But it also gave us the time to stand still, literally. Like, okay, we have the time now. What do we need to do? We want to globalize. We want to expand. And we had some more time thinking about it. And we used that time to do all kinds of things, and also to translate everything into English. We are an international company. We had all kinds of certificates that we wanted to get. We never have the time for it, and now you said, let's do it. Like security certification or
all the wish list, basically, kind of wish list.
Yeah.
This is what.
And I think it's a story especially for entrepreneurs and founders also listening to this podcast. I'd like to know more. It's about resilience, and any business will face a period of time that will be difficult. And it could be pandemic, or it could be completely something out of unexpected. Of suddenly new innovations are happening, and your business model is down the drain. What is important, and what we saw in this period in time, is that, especially now in the industry, people became very, negative. And they were like, "Oh, it's so bad." And if you continue focusing on that instead of looking at the opportunities that lay ahead and being resilient, I think that is what got us easily through the pandemic. Well, easily is an easy word. It took a lot of gray hair and so, but it's just looking forward. What does the company need to scale further? And we focused on that. We kept the people that worked with us in our team and say, "We need you for the coming time." And of course, we didn't expect that it would take 2 years.
Yeah.
But
almost
it was
2.5 years, probably, not even 2.
It was way too long and way too. It was dramatic. But
In fact,
after that, we were also ready, right? Because the business came back, the people were still there, and we could easily kickstart again.
Yeah, strengthen the backbone of the organization. You need time for certain things which you cannot do on a day-to-day business thing. I think probably that way it helped. I call it blessing in disguise, technically.
If you look backwards, it has definitely been. And also as a personal. Experience. Yeah.
Personally, it was a blessing because we were at home all the time. We could have dinner with the kids. We could have. I brought my son to school some days, and I was like, I've never really took the time to do that, or was busy, or so. That's personally, it was really okay. But business-wise, I would never.
Obviously, I mean, it was tough because
tough.
This industry was the
one of the hardest hit industries.
Yes.
It is. It has been. Yeah.
So plan for 25.
Many. Yeah, we're kickstarting, of course, this week with our team as well, what our plans are and the focus points for this coming period of time. We work with OKRs. Many have heard about KPIs, KPI-driven organizations.
Yeah.
We have changed completely and diverted from KPIs to OKRs, and that means objectives and key results. And any objective can remain for a long, long time. And it's, as a team, you're focusing on something, and it's not one department getting it done. As a team, we try to get things focused. So, of course, our scale with the meeting booking widget that we offer to hotels and meeting venues is an important key focus, and also the expansion of our company. We work for large energy companies, pharmaceutical companies, also governments, and we want to, of course, work with more of those organizations, but also the smaller companies that just would like to start with us can easily be reached out to via the new solutions that we are offering this year.
Yeah, well, we started the company together, but we are now with a big team, and we are really ambitious. So
that's important.
And if you look at the industry, it's still a blue ocean on a huge potential. Because if you look at India, but look also at other, even here in Europe, they say only 20% is booked online. So it means we still have so much to gain. And it's also, like Judith said, it's the last angle. People need to know that you can do it online and that they are used to it and they know how it works. So yeah, we have so much growth potential. And it's still, we have a lot of things and a lot of countries that we would like to roll out to. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Now, very small thing. Apart from work, what all you like? Hobbies?
You mean what we do if we don't work? Well, I'm a huge...
It's a tough question, but...
No, it's not tough. No, it's not tough. Because I like to go to the beach. I'm really a fan of it. I have a really tiny beach house in the Netherlands here.
Oh, wow.
So I go and I try to be... I try to take care of myself, so do some sports early in the mornings before I start working. And I would like to go out, and we have a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit the same. The leisure time with your family and friends is one of them. So from going out to restaurants and but also traveling. I love to travel and can't wait to do a tour coming to India in September.
Yes,
so
we'll host you there.
Yeah. So
we need to make that promise now, because we should go.
It is recorded now.
Yeah, it is now on camera. So
so traveling is really one of the topics, and I've got two beautiful daughters. They are teenagers now, and of course they love to go and not so much with their mommy anymore to cities, but it's still in the program.
Anyways, mom will go there and start working there as well.
In the past days, it was a lot, but now we have such a nice big team. Yeah. We really can enjoy a little bit more of the free time in the weekends and so. But normally, when you build a company, it is you're always on and making sure it's getting done, the work is done, and you never have enough resources to make it happen. But that's the early years. You just have to get through that, and then you see. Yeah, we have a great management team now as well, and a great team members. So yeah.
So during my previous podcast, I was sitting with an startup entrepreneur. So we were discussing, for an entrepreneur, if you start up, see, your organization is almost 18 years old now. So there are people who started 2 years back or 1 year back. They said a lot of sacrifices for first 5 to 7 years you have to make.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to sacrifice sometimes your family time. You have to sacrifice your sleep, maybe, and
of course,
you have to sacrifice money as well. For next 3 years you don't. You have to start
invest
managing
in all these
small resources. You have to manage that.
Yeah.
Once you struggle for that 3 years, maybe in some cases it is 1 year, 2 years. Some cases it goes for 5 years.
Yeah.
But again, the same thing comes. Which you spoke earlier is resilience is important, and you have to just stay there. Hang on.
But if you do something that you believe in, we trust that this is a big success, and we are working still day and night to make it happen. But also, it's important if you start a business and it's really starting, it's also important to go out of the business and to be on top of it and to look at it in a strategic way. Like, okay, I can trust the team. I hired a lot of good people. We get the tip once from a coach, like hire people that are better than you.
That is
and
always.
that is
always.
really a golden lesson. Like, okay, take it off. I don't really like doing it, or I'm not really good at it. We hired people, they're doing it now, and you can trust them. And if you have the time and you have the space, that you can look at your own company and say, okay, this is what we need, this is what we want to do, and the team is taking care of the operational part. That's the biggest hurdle also sometimes, to let it go and to trust the process, right?
So when I was working about probably 15 years back, when I was working in a job, so I was promoted to from a sales manager to a branch head. That is what my boss said. You should always hire people who are better than you.
Yeah.
That's the way you grow, because you have certain limitations. Everybody is not. You cannot do everything. There are specialized people for specialized job. But that point actually is very important.
It is, and especially for entrepreneurs that are starting, and if they see that the business is growing, trust it. Yeah, hire people and go out of the operational. And of course, we are quite lucky as well, because we are with two.
Yeah.
If you are an entrepreneur, most of the time you're alone, and then you have to do it by yourself. And we have the privilege that we are, with the two of us, not looking alike. So she's doing her specialty, I'm doing mine, and it works really well.
That is very important.
Yeah, they sometimes they think, okay, blue eyes, blonde hair, they're
They
similar.
look alike.
But no, also the responsibilities in the organization have been completely divided and so. But what is important for startups and founders that have just started, I think it's also to build your network. And we also were very lucky and blessed that we became part of the EY Winning Women organization. And we are actually also very much trained and educated on so many different topics, from raising capital, fundings, expanding to different markets, to be bold and take more risks. Women are from naturally a little bit more risk averse than men. So it's also like go over that, take those risks. And so if there's access to programs like that also in India, it's so important to build on your network and see if you can become part of it. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So I think let's wrap up. Thank you.
Yes,
thanks for your time.
Yes. And thanks again also for inviting us for this podcast, because you're here in our office and you are having this great
and
channel.
You're a wonderful partner, and we bless you that you're also here and that we have connected in person finally.
After so many years, right?
After working for a long time together. Yeah. And thank you. And all the best.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.